Welcome back to the Calabasas online tutoring channel. Today, we're going to be verifying trigonometric identities again, but this time we're going to use some different examples. So our first example can be found on page 366, problem number 50 of the textbook, Pre-Calculus with Limits, a Graphing Approach. So what we're trying to do is we want to prove that this side is equal to this side. So although it looks really complicated, sine cubed beta plus cosine cubed beta divided by sine beta plus cosine beta equals 1 minus sine beta times cosine beta. Like, it might be confusing for people like with the cubes or like the betas. It's not actually that confusing when you break everything down. So let's start with the top right here. So we can break that down using the sum of cubes theorem, which is a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So the theorem states that whatever the sign is, so since it's a positive right there, that should always be positive, and then this should be the different sign, so it should be a negative, and then this is always positive. So this equals a cubed plus b cubed, which we have right here. So it might be a little hard to see sine and cosine with like algebra and stuff like that, but let's just say that sine is a and cosine is b, and it makes everything a whole lot easier. So if we were to say sine beta plus cosine beta times sine squared beta minus sine beta cosine beta plus cosine squared beta over sine beta plus cosine beta. So as you can see, these two things right there, those are both equal, so we can cross them off. Boom. So now we have sine squared beta minus sine beta cosine beta plus cosine squared beta equals 1 minus sine beta cosine beta. So since we know that through the Pythagorean identities, we know that sine beta plus cosine beta is 1, we can rewrite the problem as 1 minus sine beta cosine beta equals 1 minus sine beta cosine beta. So as you can see, those two sides those sides are both equal, so we have just proved that sine cubed beta plus cosine cubed beta divided by sine beta plus cosine beta equals 1 minus sine beta cosine beta. So we have to prove that that equals that. To review, so our first step is we want to simplify it. So this was our first step. So we say that in order to simplify the top, we want to do the sum of the cubes theorem. So that's our first step. After we simplify that, we plugged in everything. So it's our second step. And then we crossed off what was needed to be crossed off because they were both the same on the top as on the bottom. So we simplified even further. And using one of our identities, the Pythagorean identity, we were able to say that sine squared beta plus cosine squared beta is equal to 1. So this is step number 4. So after that, we just rewrote it, and we stated that this side is equal to this side, so the identity must be true, and therefore we have just verified trigonometric identities. Thank you, and check back soon for more awesome math analysis pre-calculus videos. Peace.